Ladies and gentlemen, the American Jerry Bulldog Nation, welcome to Bulldog Sports Show with me, Eric Deters, and my sidekick, Nick Batista. And you know what? I'm ready to have fun. I'm revved up, pumped up, psyched up. You ready to go, Nick Batista? Right off the bat. Number one, Bob Huggins. First and foremost, I just want to let you know that I've always liked Bob Huggins. I think Bob Huggins was a great basketball coach. He should have never left University of Cincinnati. Who was that president that ran him out of town?
Nancy Zimpher?
Nancy Zimpher. Where's Nancy Zimpher now? She's the head of a community college somewhere in New Mexico.
She had it out for him from the beginning.
Nancy Zimpher. But I'm going to tell you right now, good old Bob Huggins and Willie. He was on Willie's show, and they were talking about Xavier and the throwing the rubber dildos onto the court and everything else. And he used the F word, that you're not allowed to use the F word. But you know what? Willie dogged Huggins. And you know why? Yes. Because I know this. There is a at least 10-second dump button.
I was thinking the same thing.
So I've got inside information, folks. Yeah. The producer and Willie could have saved Hugs while pressing the dump button. Instead, it was like,
Well, Willie wants a story about him. He always does.
Yes.
Always.
Yes.
The funny thing about this, though, is Tom Brenneman was invited. Huggins invited him at the beginning of the season to talk about what he did a few years ago, which we all know what he did. What he said the same word.
Well, he was right about San Francisco. Why did he ever?
Kansas City.
Or Kansas City. My bad. I thought it was San Francisco. Well, you know what? Because we're not politically correct. I'm just glad Huggins didn't get fired. Thank God he works in West Virginia.
Right.
Because he's in West Virginia. Thank God he did not. And you know what? Okay, you got to take diversity training. Can you imagine? I've never taken. Can you imagine what diversity training is like?
Oh,
sensitivity training? What the hell is sensitivity training? Can you imagine what it's like?
But he had to give up $1 million.
I know.
It wasn't a fine, though. He had to
$1 million.
His salary.
And
is that every year?
And by the way, I hear the 3 games that he can't. They're like cupcake games. I think the assistant coach will pull West Virginia through. But do we not stand with Hugs?
Absolutely.
The Bulldog Sports stands with Bob Huggins. We love you, Huggins.
From my neck of the woods.
By the way, I always thought it was crazy. You know, this is awful. What Tom Brenneman was an outstanding sportscaster. He was number 2 play caller in Fox football play-by-play.
Behind Joe Buck.
And baseball behind Joe Buck. Mm-hmm. He was the man. And you know what? He groveled, and it didn't make any difference.
Yep, that's right.
You know, I wish he would have been a stud.
I do too.
He would have been a stud. Instead, he groveled, and it didn't matter that he groveled. Isn't he like in the minor leagues of sports now? Sports broadcasting, trying to work his way back. They'll never give him a chance. All right. Next on sports, BRITTNEY GRINER. You know what? You can dog her. I'm going to praise her. She stood for the national anthem. Her first game back. Go ahead.
I don't dog her. I told you when this happened that she should never have been in a Russian prison. And I'm glad she's being quiet about it now. And play on, girl.
But you know what? At least she stood for the national anthem. And she's admitted she sees things differently now. Welcome back to America, BRITTNEY GRINER. We take you with open arms.
Maybe all you liberals should spend some time.
Yes, exactly. If more liberals went to Russian prisons, we would not have any of this kneeling during the anthem.
Right.
Great idea, Nick Batista. All right, next up, Lakers. My Lakers have made it. But I'm not a LeBron James fan. I'm a Lakers fan, and I'm an Anthony Davis fan. The Lakers have made it to the conference finals.
Right, and they'll probably beat Denver because nobody wants to see Denver and the Heat.
Let's talk about the conspiracy that you named that I agree with you. What is your NBA conspiracy in the playoffs?
Well, the Celtics, Lakers. I've said it from the beginning. I mean, the Celtics are a good team, but I think
they want the Celtics, Lakers,
the Heat,
nostalgia. Can you imagine all the stories we're going to have to listen to about Lakers and Celtics historical matchups over the years? They're going to be bringing them all back.
Kareem will be out there.
Oh my
God! McHale, Larry
they'll bring a hologram of Wilt Chamberlain back.
Yeah.
Hologram hologram of Bill Russell.
Yeah.
It'll all be on the floor. But I tell you what, I think the Lakers beat Djokovic and them. I just think the matchup is good for the Lakers. I think the Lakers will beat Denver. Denver never wins.
They don't. I mean, they're a forgotten team. Djokovic should have got his third MVP, but they couldn't give him 3 in a row, so they had to give it to Embiid. But
how about the collapse of the 76ers in Game 6 and Game 7 today? I mean, collapse.
Doc Rivers, the only coach in NBA history to have a 3-1 lead in the playoffs 3 times, 3 different teams.
I did not know that statistic.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Clippers, the Celtics, and now the 76ers.
Well, the Suns coach got fired. The Milwaukee coach got fired. Does Doc Rivers get fired? By the way, I always root for the 76ers because of Dr. J.
Man. I hate Philly. You hate Philly too?
I hate Philly. I hate Philadelphia. By the way, I hate the Philadelphia Eagles more than any sports team in America.
As you have said on this show.
God, I hate the Eagles.
I am a big hater. I hate any team west of the Mississippi and any team east of the old Antangi up there. Come on.
Do you think it'll be the Heat or the 70s, Boston Celtics? I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to go ahead and say this. Do you know Jason Tatum reminds me like Michael Jordan?
Wow.
Boy, can he shoot a shot. He can get off his shot from anywhere. 2 feet, 4 feet, 10 feet, 15
but
feet.
Jimmy Butler, that picture right there.
Will Jimmy lock him down?
Yeah, that's going to be a good matchup there.
And you know what? Sometimes you just need a hero from UK. And bam, bam. Bam out of Bayou.
Oh, yeah.
The Heat's loaded up with UK players. I'm rooting for the Heat, and I'm rooting for the Lakers. Who do you got?
I'm rooting for the Celtics and the Lakers because I proved my conspiracy there.
All right, you can't make this up. Our Cincinnati Reds, meaning in the Cincinnati area, our Cincinnati Reds are in 4th place, but only 4 games behind the Milwaukee Bucks.
What an awful division.
What an awful division.
They had a good weekend. They lost today, but
the Yankees are in 4th place, and they got a great record. And they're the East.
That's the best division.
It's the best division. The American League East is kicking
Reds
butt.
are playing decent ball.
4 games out. All right, the NBA draft lottery is Tuesday at 8 p.m. I won't be paying attention because it's election night. But the question becomes the top 3 chances to get Victor Wembanyama. By the way, 19 years old, has been playing pro basketball in Europe for France since he was 15. 7'5", all 5 skills.
Yeah, all 5 skills.
He can dribble. He can play D. He can dunk. He can rebound. He can block shots. He can shoot the 3. He's amazing.
Yeah.
7'5". Pistons, Rockets, Spurs. This is going to be like, in my opinion, the sweepstakes for Duncan. Tim Duncan.
Yeah.
You got Tim Duncan, they won national championships. That's what's going to be with Victor Wembanyama.
He'll probably go to the Spurs. Frozen envelope.
Well, you know the Spurs have been the luckiest on it. I kind of hope he goes to bad boy Pistons. All right, NFL schedules came out, and our Cincinnati Bengals play your Cleveland Browns first game of the year.
That's why I'm wearing the shirt. We had a great trade this
Who do you think's going to win? We play at Cleveland.
We picked up a guy. Now we got 2 guys that's going to hunt down number 9 with stripes and bury him the first.
Oh, you hear that? He called us out.
Calling it.
Joe Burrow will escape it.
Darius Smith.
By the way,
Garrett.
By the way, the Bengals got 4 primetime games. How many did the Browns get?
Probably 2. I don't know.
All right.
I didn't.
Bengals at Brownies. All right. The Suns fired Monty Williams. I've already talked about that. Not a big deal. Boy, these coaches, if you lose, you're fired.
Yeah, the Milwaukee coach was coach of the year last year, man. He was a good coach.
You can't make this up. John Morant is suspended again. His buddy posts on Instagram of him flashing a gun.
Was that an old
picture? No. After he was saying, I got to show more discipline. What kind of buddy? Okay, I'm running for Kentucky governor's office. Kentucky governor. It would be like I said something that was like really, really bad, and you're my buddy. You videotaped it and posted it.
Right. Or you said something on the radio and your buddy didn't dump.
Yeah, so your buddy didn't dump you, Willie. Willie, you dog. Beloved Hugs, your buddy. You put him in a bad spot. But anyway, John Morant, is he just going to be hopeless?
I mean, here's the face of our franchise. We're going to give it to you. If you don't screw up and brandish a gun 4 times,
You know.
we give you 3.
Hey, is it too much to ask? Hey, listen, John, go have all the ladies you want. Go party all you want.
Yeah,
just don't flash a gun.
4 times.
Can you just not flash a gun? God. Speaking more NBA, Joel Embiid did not look like the MVP today at all. He was going like this. Sixers quit after that third quarter.
Wow.
They just quit.
I would have too.
All right, you got anything else in sports? You usually come up with some great non-sports thing to talk about. You got anything?
No, I do. You 3 people that watch. Okay, go ahead.
Kate Middleton plays the piano
I didn't see
for the beginning of the end of the Eurovision contest, and it was flawless. Can you imagine how peeved old Megan is? Oh, Kate played the piano. I can play the piano too. I can play the piano too.
She's so cute. You should have seen her playing the piano.
I got a crush on Kate.
Yeah, she's cute.
You got anything else?
Tuesday, you 3 people that watch our show, go vote.
Yes. Tuesday, vote for me, the Bulldog. You know what? We'll do the Bulldog Sports Show from the Governor's Mansion every Sunday night.
Can't wait.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. We were on fire today, Nick. We were on fire, buddy, on fire. Thank you, Josh, as always. See you next Sunday.